Well, every single American adult is now eligible to get a COVID booster shot. And Dr. Oz is joining us live this morning to talk more about it. And this is welcome news because the booster rollout really has been uneven. It's been confusing. People didn't know, can I, can't I? Some states were allowing it, some weren't. First of all, good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you. Well, perfectly described by you. You had no idea what was supposed to happen, and for the many reasons you listed. Good news is I had Rochelle Walensky on the show last week, and she said, listen, the vaccines make sense across the board. The booster shots will increase the opportunity of people who were vaccinated more than 6 months ago to resist the infection. But she was also pretty transparent about the fact that we're still in pretty good shape even without a booster. And I want to emphasize that to everyone watching now. You originally were 95% protected from bad complications. About 6 months later, you're down to 70%. It's still darn good. And for many younger Americans, it's probably enough. What the FDA and CDC are saying is we're going to let anyone who wants to get a booster get a booster. 30 million people already have. We urge it for people over 50. Below that age, it's up to you.
Doc, we heard Dr. Fauci say over the weekend that fully vaccinated, that definition, he said, will not change to include the booster. But could it be that in some cases that other states will say, yeah, you got to have the booster? How do you think all of that will play out?
I don't have to make up the answer. I can see it in Europe. The UK already said they're going to consider fully vaccinated to mean 3 shots. The big question for a lot of Americans is, when's this going to end? Do we get a shot every 6 months now to be fully vaccinated? How much protection is enough protection? Young, healthy people generally will do well with this virus if they've been vaccinated anyway. So are there benefits that are so significant I'll go get more shots? And what about kids where they already do pretty well, thankfully, with this virus? It's still a problem. So many parents are worried. There are probably as many parents who don't want to get their kids vaccinated at all. And the booster process will be that much more challenging in young people for that reason.
Let's talk about whether or not you should get the same, brand that you got the first time around. What about if you got the J&J shot? Do you recommend people get, a J&J, or should they do something different the next time around?
Well, the government advice is you can mix and match. And there's some theoretical benefits to it because you get protection from different vaccines in different ways. Personally, I'd rather stay in my lane. I got 2 Pfizer shots early on. I'm a physician, so at the hospital we had to get our shots. And if I'm going to get a booster, which I'm not getting one yet, but if I get a booster, I would get another Pfizer, just because there have been millions of people before me who got exactly what I got, and far fewer who got 2 Pfizers than a Moderna and or J&J or whatever.
All right, so just stay in your lane. I like that. It's a good way of phrasing it. Dr. Oz, always great to talk to you, my friend. Have a terrific weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Don't forget, spatchcock your bird. It'll save you time.
Good advice.
They got the spine.
Yes. And he can cook.
And he can cook too.
Thanks, Dr. Oz. And remember, you can watch the Dr. Oz Show weekdays at 2 o'clock right here on Fox 35. I love it when the unexpected happens.
Absolutely. 9:09 is your time happening right now. We want to